ProFootballWeekly.com has a list of all of the breakout players for this upcoming season. We look at it team by team. We are checking out the NFC South and what exactly would constitute a breakout campaign. We start with the Falcons and their second-year linebacker, Sean Weatherspoon. A lot was expected of him in the first year. Played all right, but they really need him to step up this year.
I think we're talking about impact plays with him. I mean, he could be a 100-tackle guy, and I think that's fine, but he has to play more like he did as a junior in college when he was making interceptions, sacks, forced fumbles, that sort of thing. Lose the hesitancy, stop thinking and reacting, and that's the best way for him to make that transition.
They went for Julio Jones in the draft to try and improve that offense, I think hoping that the defense would grow a little, and that was a big part of that is Weatherspoon in year 2. For the Panthers, it's wide receiver David Gettis. Obviously, that passing attack was terrible last year. He was a rookie and actually as a 7th-round pick, played all right, but you're looking for him to take a leap.
I think he might actually have a little more upside than Brandon LaFell. I mean, he's going to be a flash player, but he has to be more consistent throughout the season. I think if you're talking 700, 800 yards, maybe 6 or 8 touchdowns is that big target, it might be a pretty good total for him.
They're still going to need someone. If Steve Smith isn't there, someone's got to catch passes. For the Saints, it's outside linebacker Jonathan Casillas. Besides Jonathan Vilma, we haven't really seen a lot from that linebacking core. They need someone to step up.
Overall, the rankings were pretty good on defense last year for the Saints, but no question it wasn't the same big play unit that it was in the Super Bowl run. They need Casillas to be that guy, to fly around, make plays, to be a disruptor. Vilma's going to make most of the tackles, but I think if Casillas is disruptive, I think he's going to fill the bill there.
I think if you hear his name regularly, that's probably a good sign because Vilma is involved in so many tackles. For the Buccaneers, second-year defensive tackle Gerald McCoy, a high pick last year, a lot of youth along that defensive line. If they're as good as the Bucs are hoping they are, McCoy will be a big part.
What a collection of young talent, but he's really the centerpiece, you know, playing next to Brian Price. You know, if they can get anything out of Daquan Bowers, Adrian, Clayborn eventually, I think that could be one of the premier lines, kind of like the old Bucs lines when they won the Super Bowl. He's got to live up to his expectations. Look at what Dominican Sue did in year 1. McCoy has great talent around him. He's got to be that inside penetrator.
If he plays like Sue did in his first year, that line could be good and the Bucs could be going to the playoffs. That is a look at the breakthrough players for this upcoming season from the NFC South. For why we picked these guys, check out the full story at ProFootballWeekly.com.